friends, welcome to Steeplechaser Medicos channel. In previous video, we saw in detail about the 4 lung volumes. In today's video, we'll see about the lung capacities in detail. There are 4 lung capacities we saw already. In that, first one is inspiratory capacity. Usually, the capacities are the sum of some volumes. We add some volumes, we get the capacities. In inspiratory capacity, it is the maximum volume of air that can be inspired after reaching the end of a normal quiet expiration. That is, after quiet expiration, the maximum amount of air we can inspire. So what are the volumes which come under inspiration? Under normal inspiration, tidal volume is the first, and then forcefully inspiration, it is the inspiratory reserve volume. We add these two volumes, we get inspiratory capacity. So sum of the two volumes is, first we get tidal volume plus inspiratory reserve volume is equals inspiratory capacity. We all know the tidal volume normal value is 500 ml and inspiratory reserve volume normal value is 3000 ml, which gives 3500, which is the inspiratory capacity. Okay, so inspiratory capacity equals normal value is 3500 ml. So the second capacity is vital capacity, also called as forced vital capacity. It is defined as the maximum amount of air a person can expel out from the lungs after a maximum inspiration. That is, you inspire maximally, that is inspiratory reserve volume. First we inspire tidal volume, then inspire maximal forcible inspiration, that is inspiratory reserve volume. After that, when we want to exhale the air, first this inspiratory reserve volume, volume of air which we inspired forcefully should come out first, and then we exhale normally, that is the tidal volume. After that we have to expire forcibly, that is the expiratory reserve volume. So for expiration to occur, these three volumes has to come out of the lungs. So, and that is why we are adding 3 volumes for getting this vital capacity. So this is the sum of 3 volumes, namely first being the inspiratory reserve volume should come out, and then tidal volume should be expired, and then lastly the expiratory reserve volume. The sum of all these which gives vital capacity. Since it tells both the inspiratory reserve volume, inspiration and expiratory capacity, this is called as vital capacity of the lung. So as we all know, the inspiratory reserve volume normal value is 3000 ml plus tidal volume is 500 ml plus expiratory reserve volume is 1000 ml, totally which gives the 4500 ml, which is the vital capacity or forced vital capacity. Okay, it has a normal range. It ranges from 4000 to 5000 ml, that is 4 to 5 liters. Okay, the third capacity is functional residual capacity. It is defined as the volume of air present in the lungs at the end of passive expiration. At the end of passive expiration, the volume of the air present in the lungs is called functional residual capacity. So it's like if we are exhaling normally after normal expiration, that is after reaching the normal expiration tidal volume, what else we can do? We can expire forcibly. That means expiratory reserve volume is present in the lungs, and that is why we can exhale forcibly after that. And then one more volume present in the lungs is residual volume, which is always left behind in the lungs. So at the end of passive expiration, we have two volumes still left inside your lungs. Those are expiratory reserve volume and residual volume. So if you add those two volumes, we will get the functional residual capacity. So residual volume plus expiratory reserve volume gives your functional residual capacity. We all know the normal value for residual volume is 1200 ml and expiratory reserve volume is 1000 ml, which summation of both which gives the functional residual capacity. 1.2 liters plus 1 liter gives 2.2 liters, and the normal range is 2 to 2.5 liters. Okay. Total lung capacity is defined as the volume of air contained in the lungs at the end of maximal inspiration. After the end of maximal inspiration, what are the volumes of air is present in your lungs? That is, what all we can expire out. What are the volumes of air we can expire out after the end of maximal inspiration are, like previously we saw for the forced vital capacity. After maximal inspiration, the first volume of air which is going to come out of your lungs on expiration is inspiratory reserve volume, which you inspired maximally, that is going to come out first. After that, normal expiration, that is your tidal volume. After that, you expire forcibly, that is the expiratory reserve volume. After that, the residual volume of air which is always left behind in your lungs is the residual volume. Okay, so these four volumes are present inside your lungs at the end of maximal inspiration, and that is why after maximal inspiration you can do all these things: expire the inspiratory reserve volume first, tidal volume next, expiratory reserve volume next. So it is the sum of all four volumes. So we'll add all the four volumes in order. First will be the inspiratory reserve volume plus then tidal volume plus expiratory reserve volume plus residual volume, which gives the total lung capacity. So we all know the normal values, right? Inspiratory reserve, or else the formula can be shortened. For forced vital capacity, we saw these three, sum of these three. So we can write forced vital capacity plus residual volume in a simpler form. So forced vital capacity we already done with that. Normal value was 4500 plus residual volume is 1200 ml. The total being 5700 ml. Between 5000 and 6000. 5700, so 5 to 6 liters. So with this, 4 capacities of the lung is completed. If you like this video and if you understood it really, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.
I gave you my heart.